So hey y'all, it's your girl Presidential Lily, your favorite Lily, and we are back with another video. Today's video is going to be another highly requested video. I'm going to show you guys how I pluck my frontals. I didn't want to make a video previously of you guys asking how I plucked my frontals and plucked my closures because I had to learn myself. I was over plucking where I was staying in one spot too long and plucking ball spots into the closures and frontals and stuff like that. So I took my time, I waited, learned some tips and tricks, and found my own little groove in it all. And now I'm able and ready to show you guys how I pluck this frontal. So if you guys want to see how I pluck this frontal, please So if you guys are interested in seeing how I pluck this frontal, please keep on watching. And before we get into this video, I would like to thank you guys for clicking on this video. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, whichever corner it's in, or go ahead and look at that video right there and follow, and go ahead and click that bell button while you're at it so you can be updated with Lily Mob gang activities. You know what I'm saying. And if you are already part of the Lily Mob and you're already subscribed and you're joined the family, hello, welcome back. Yeah, now let's get into the video. Okay, so here we have our frontal. As you guys can see, I went ahead and started to pluck on this side of the frontal. And like the first thing that I want to say is I like to pluck my frontal going in sections. As you guys can see, it has little ribs that the frontal goes in, and I just I'll pluck from this rib to this, from this rib. I'll put this rib in half, then go right here, then right here last, just so I can take my time and make sure that I'm not over plucking or doing anything. And you can always go back and fix anything or any imperfections about your frontal, or when it comes to plucking, how much you want to pluck. If you want to pluck a little bit more, you can't put hair back in there. So that's why I like to go in sections so I can take my time and really pay attention to what I'm doing. Now, the first tip that I have for you guys when plucking is to wet the hair where you're going to begin plucking. Always wet the hair. It makes the hair easier to come out of the net or out of its knot. So then it just makes it easier. There's no so then. Two, frontals. Some frontals, most frontals come pre-plucked. And when they come pre-plucked, they have a little, like a centimeter of pre-plucked hair. And then there's this really thick line of demarcation. And I'm going to go ahead and part off this hair so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. As you can see, all this hair right here is a little thinner, and this hair right here is thick. Super duper thick. So this is where you want to begin plucking. This is where I begin plucking. Going ahead and meshing out this thick line of demarcation and making it blend like this side. You don't want this to look like that. You don't want it to be really thin and then it goes straight to thick. You want it to look all unison and mesh all together. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is dip my comb in my cup of water and just comb through the hair. Usually I would keep a spray bottle on hand, but since my spray bottle broke, this is gonna be my alternative to getting the hair wet. And make sure that when you're combing the hair, the comb through, you are taking your time and getting it on the lace. Now you do want a good pair of tweezers. I've had these tweezers for about 5 or 6 years now, and they've been my go-to trusty tweezers. These are by Revlon. I do have some tweezers by Tweezerman. Those are my go-tos, but they're more pointy. They don't have the ridge right here. Now, one thing when I was taught to pluck was that you use this side to pluck and you use the pointy side to define. I'm going to be using this side to go ahead and begin plucking and getting rid of this line of demarcation. Now notice that when I begin to pluck, I'm not going too far to the root. That's how you get bald spots. And two, I'm taking my time and starting from one angle, one piece, and going my way, working my way back by plucking. So I'm starting here and working my way back with plucking. This way you're not plucking too long and too much in one area, so that also prevents your bald spots. And what I'm doing is plucking in quadrants, not even quadrants, like cubby holes as I want to put them. So I'll pluck right here, and then I move over and go back through, and I move over and I go back through. So I'm just skipping spaces. And make sure you hold that lace tight. Now I'm going to take my comb and just comb out that hair that I've already plucked, just so I can see where I'm at. And this is how much I've plucked so far. And we're going to go back in with our tweezers and do the same exact thing. And comb it out. Now I'm taking my time. Please take your time with doing this. So now that I start to see that it's thinning out just a little bit, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is part a little bit behind that line of demarcation, and I'm going to pull the hair upward. And I'm going to begin and take my tweezers like this, like so, and I'm going to begin to tweeze out this way, using the same exact technique. Now it's okay to not always go in that line formation. You can begin to kind of just pluck in different areas. Just do not stay in the same spot for a long period of time. I literally like pull the pluck and then move, pluck and then move. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of some plucking back here. You really don't have to go this far, but you just want everything to mesh. And if you hear like a little swiping sound or this sound, I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, it's my bun hitting against my ring light because how low I have it sitting. We're gonna go ahead and comb that out. I'm gonna go ahead and push that hair back and comb that out. And you guys can already kind of almost see a difference in it, but not enough for it. And right now what you guys see me doing is just going through and cleaning up any pieces that I think should be a little bit more sparse. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and zoom in and let you guys see the difference. You guys can see on this side, this is the side that I have plucked, and this is the side that I have not plucked right here. Showing you guys the difference. You see, now when I apply this wig in this frontal, you're gonna see scalp. You want to see scalp up here. You don't want to just be, you don't want it really dense, which some realistic hairlines are thick. Customize it to your client's hairline. I would like to say that, just so people won't really notice the difference that much. They're gonna notice, but it won't be that much of a difference. I'm gonna go ahead and pluck this area and come back when I get here, and then I'll show you guys the finished product. Okay, so I'm back, and I'm just gonna show you guys how far I've gotten. I'm still working in this area right here, but this is just, I'm just showing you this side and the difference of this not being plucked yet. Like, I was just coming back to show you guys how thick and dense it is, and you can kind of even see the difference in this right here. There are no bald spots whatsoever throughout this front part because I'm taking my time and plucking. Just showing you no bald spots. Now I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys watch me continue to pluck the rest of this. There. And get that lace and that hair saturated in the water. Alright. Go ahead and part off the front.
I see changes. One thing about music, when it hits you feel no pain. And I swear I got this shit that make these bitches go insane. So they tell me that they love me, I know better than that. It's just game, it's just what comes with the fame. And I'm ready for that, I'm just saying, but I really can't complain. Everything is kosher.
And when you get to the edges, the hair back here anyways is not as thick. It's really more thicker back, gets thicker back here in the middle of the frontal. So you really just want to focus on a lot of demarcation up here. This is the finished product of us plucking our frontal. As you can see, and I'll go back through right now just to show you that there are no bald spots because we're plucking with our tweezers this way and we're not squeezing squeezing really tightly down on our tweezers or anything like that. We're just, excuse me, I burped. But we're just literally just taking them and brushing it through. Slightly plucking. So now we're going to go through and I'm going to show you guys that there are no bald spots throughout this frontal where I have plucked. Literally, there are like no bald spots. Like, I promise. Because we took our time and we went in sections and we plucked our frontal to perfection. We plucked it to where it wanted to be. And like I said, this is my cousin's. This is typically how I would pluck my frontal for my own self. Not too thick, not too thin, just right. I don't do all the extra. I'm not an expert or nothing like that. I'm just teaching you guys what I've learned and what I like and what I feel like you guys will like too. This is just tips and tricks. You can always apply it to yourself if you want to go a little bit more thinner, if you want to keep a little bit more hair on there. You know, it's all about preference. It's all about what you guys want to do. And I'm still just showing you that there are no bald spots throughout this whole frontal. No bald spots at all. Because we took our time and we plucked it. And we plucked in sections. And we used our tweezers properly. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed me showing you guys how I pluck a frontal. I wanted to come back on the screen so I can show you how much hair I got from plucking the frontal. This is how much hair I plucked out of the frontal. It's a lot, right? It's a little scary looking. And I wanted to show you guys the frontal's wet. I'm gonna wait to bleach its knots because the frontal's wet. But I'm just wanting to show you guys too on the wall what the frontal looks like. And I'm really ecstatic and happy with the results because like I said, you want to make sure that you take your time during this whole process of plucking the frontal. Take your time, take your time, take your time. Please take your time. Use your tweezers properly. Get a good set of tweezers. Do not use any dull, rigid tweezers. Use a very good set of tweezers because using old tweezers will give you bald spots. Excuse me. Will give you bald spots. So those are mainly the tips that I have for you guys. All the tips that I had are put in the video. So if you skip to this part, you need to go back and find out what you need to be doing, baby girl. Alright? Alright. Now, before I close up this video, I just want to say thank you guys once again. We have grown to 9,000 subscribers, guys. Hey! I'm so excited, super duper happy. Can't wait to grow bigger and make this family really, really huge all over the world. And if you haven't already, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to like and comment and tell me guys what you think and tell me if this was helpful. And if you have any questions, go ahead and follow my social media handles so you can personally ask me questions. Well, honestly, I kind of rotate between. I'm always on Snapchat and Instagram. You can reach me at Twitter. I still have the app, but I don't post as much. I post on Snapchat and Instagram way more than I post on Twitter. But you can reach me at any social media outlet that I have. They're all linked down in the description bar below. So go ahead and shoot me, follow me, do whatever you guys want to do. Share my page. Let your cousin, brother, sister, uncle follow me and add me. Do whatever. Just contact me. I would love to see you guys. If you are a subscriber and you do follow me on any of my social medias, go ahead and leave my little pink emoji, flower emoji that I always comment and post. They don't even think it's a lily. I think it's a cherry blossom, but it looks like a lily to me. That's what I want my lily to look like. So that's the emoji that I use. But go ahead and do that. And like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. Mwah!